What are you reporting?
We got someone or something crawling around out here.
Did you see what it was? Was it a person or an animal or?
I can't tell. All I know is that my central light came on and I just happened to glimpse and see this thing running across the yard. A good-sized man or something. It looks like a man. I don't know what it was, just that it ran across the yard.
Okay. You've had problems in the neighborhood before?
Yeah, my dog was killed here just recently. I don't know what it was. Whatever it is, it's running. I couldn't catch it if I was going to chase it. But whatever it was standing up. I'm out here looking through the window now and I don't see anything. I don't want to go outside. Jesus Christ, you better...
Sir?
See ya!
Hello?
Get somebody out here.
What's going on now, sir?
That son of a bitch is about 6'9", I don't know.
Do you see him now, sir?
Yes, I'm looking right at him.
Uh-oh. Okay, hang on.
He's right...
Is he in your yard, sir?
Yeah, God, he's big.
Okay, what's he doing in your yard?
He's looking at me.
Oh, and the guy is on foot. Just...
I don't know what... It's a big, real big person. That's all I can say.
Welcome back to another episode of Myths and Mysteries in Black and White with Josh and Ed, aka Black and White. And if you're new here, this is a podcast where we talk about all things cryptid, creepy, mysterious, and anything else that fits that category. So, Ed, how you been, mate?
Yeah, not too bad, my man. How you been?
Not too bad, apart from the weather, which has been absolutely shocking.
Yeah, fucking too, right? I've been out there all bloody week.
Yeah, unlucky for some. But this episode, we are going to be talking about the big man himself, Bigfoot, which is Ed's speciality.
Yeah,
so
boy.
I think, obviously, the main place to start is, for those who don't know, what is Bigfoot?
I mean, if you've been living under a rock all your life, or have just never looked at the news, a Bigfoot or a Sasquatch, it's got so many names, there's no time to say them all, is a creature, say, from at least 8 foot, well, 6 to 8 foot plus.
Big Donny, then.
Yeah, there's been reports of over 10 foot, of a humanoid, hairy creature, cross between an ape and a human.
Yeah.
And they have different hair colours, like there's some that's jet black to red, gingery hair colour, and even like white, which you've got like the Yeti of Nepal,
right? Which
is like a subspecies, shall we say? Because from my views, they're a species of animal,
right? Like
you have the different types of gorillas, different types of chimps. You know, I think the same with Bigfoot because they just seem to vary. Only slightly, but they do vary from creature to creature. Yeah. And I mean, the most famous where you'll get a sighting is the Pacific Northwest in North America, which is where a lot of sightings happen year in, year out, and that can be traced back years, hundreds of years. Native Americans. I mean, I can't think right now of the tribe. Of the tribes that way. I mean, if someone could ever message me and tell me what they were, which tribe it is, I'll be very thankful.
Yeah.
But yeah, they go back hundreds of years, and it's been really like from Teddy Roosevelt, like the president. Right. He had encounters. Apparently, really? Yeah. Apparently, they've even. I think it was it him that they said they shot one. They shot and killed one, but it fell off a cliff.
Oh, how convenient.
Yeah.
How convenient.
Well, if it was on a cliff edge, you never know.
We'll go down to the bottom of the cliff and bloody get it.
If it's a high cliff, it'd take days. And, yeah, they never found it. And of course, I think my first proper, evidence will be the Patterson Gimlin film, which is the most famous, film photo of a Bigfoot. Yeah. Do you know which one I mean?
No, I don't.
It's the one where it's walking away, and it's like the picture where it's looking over the shoulder. The most famous photo.
Yes, I know what one you mean now.
Yeah. That is from the Patterson Gimlin film.
If you follow our Instagram page, we'll put a picture up of that picture.
Yeah.
On Instagram. And mate, is there a video of it?
Yes, there is a video. If you go on YouTube, or we'll put it in on the Facebook or Instagram. We'll put it on.
We'll put it on so you can have a search on that and then have a look at what we are actually talking about.
Yeah. So Josh, what are your What's your thing about Bigfoot? Do you believe it's real? Do you?
Off the top of my head, I'd say no. I wouldn't personally believe it's real because I think with today's technology and everything, we'd have concrete proof that this thing was out there by now.
Do you think?
I'd like to think so. With so many sightings, it's like, how come everyone that's took a picture or something in recent years, it looks like it's been taking a picture on a potato? When you've got the camera quality of like an iPhone or a Samsung or even like a digital camera. Surely someone would clear proof, have a picture or a video of it. And I know you can edit pictures and videos, but...
Yeah. What about that video not that long ago, the one that was seen crossing the river?
I haven't seen that one.
I'm pretty sure you're the one who shared it to me. It looked like it was holding like a young one, and that it was crossing the river. It was like quite like a reddy colour.
I might have done.
Yeah.
I can't remember doing it, but I might have done. Knowing me.
Yeah. I mean, hang on. While we're talking, I'll try and find the video.
All right. Yeah. So, like I said, the way I look at it, there'd be proof by now. Like someone would have, because you got hunters killing things like lions and that. Surely you'd want to hunt this thing. If you're an avid hunter, you'd want to be the first to hunt and kill this thing.
Well, then you could go on with there's a documentary out called Missing 411.
Right.
And there was not an episode, but there was one called Missing 411 The Hunted, and it was about hunters that have, I'm not saying gone for Bigfoot, but they've gone out hunting for deer or whatever.
Yeah.
And they've gone missing out thin air, just like that. I mean, experienced hunters, you could say, people might say, well, what about a bear? What about a mountain lion? There'd be a trail.
Yeah.
Wouldn't there? There'd be a trail.
There'd be a carcass or something.
There'd be a body. There'd be nothing. Gone. Just like that.
Are they called Bigfoots or Sasquatches?
There's so many different names. Like I say, because every state in America, apart from Hawaii, have had at least one sighting.
Right. I'll call them a Sasquatch then.
Yeah.
Are they carnivores, herbivores, omnivores? What are they?
I mean, it's loads of different theories. But I mean, because when some people have seen them, they're saying how quick they are, how muscular and strong they are. You don't usually get that from a typical herbivore.
Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, obviously you've got the elephant.
Yeah,
that's just sheer mass.
Yeah, that's just sheer mass. These are like when people see it, they're muscular.
Right.
I mean, they look like Terry Crews.
They go gym.
Yeah. They live.
They bench press trees.
Yeah. they are wham. And with the pace, the strength, I can't see them being just a herbivore. To be able to contain that mass and keep up with the speed and that, they must have the speed to catch.
Well, yeah,
to catch prey,
hunter,
especially like with deer. You never know; they might even eat bears. I mean, I doubt it very much, but
with the sheer speed of them and the sheer size of them, surely if it was a hunter, it would scare off any prey nearby because it'd hear it. Surely.
Funny you should say that. When a lot of people, they said that when they've been in the woods, I mean, you hear everything, don't you? You hear bugs, birds, and everything. When people are about to have a Bigfoot encounter or are having one, apparently it's dead silent. You could hear a pin drop. All the animals seem to just disappear. They go dead quiet.
Like they know it's nearby.
They know it's nearby. But I mean, when you say like you'd see it, these creatures are the masters of their domain.
Yeah.
I mean, my personal opinion, I mean, everyone's different. I believe it's our missing link between us and the apes.
Like you say, there is a missing link, don't
yeah.
They? So
it fits so perfectly. I mean, they stand up tall like a person, but they've still got ape-like features. It just seems to slot in so perfectly.
Yeah.
And they've had to stay that size for the strength. to be able to survive in the wild. Whereas we've become more civilized, we've shrunk, you know.
So do you reckon the original humans, like, after them, were around the same size as them, roughly, then?
Possibly. Because, I mean, you do get, like, I mean, a lot of it could be bollocks, but where, like, people found skeletons of giants,
Mm-hmm.
of giant humans and that. So it could be, like, a bit of, you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
a bit
like,
of both.
Yeah, a bit of both. Or even, like, what they say is a giant skeleton. Could it be a Bigfoot skeleton?
Surely it'd have a... Is it the full skeleton, like skull, everything?
Oh, I've seen pictures. I mean, I'm not that technically inclined for our viewers and listeners and that. Josh does all that. I'm not. I mean, I could see a picture of a skeleton and think, fucking hell, that's massive. And then, like, the next week on TikTok, I'm like, nah, don't be so fucking down.
Yeah.
That ain't.
I was going to say, because surely it's got a different skull shape and everything to us.
Yeah,
if it was the full
they-
skeleton,
I mean,
you'd be able to tell from the skull.
yeah, they say it's more of a cone head.
Right.
You know, like a gorilla's head.
Yeah.
Like how it's more pointy.
Yeah.
They say that, yeah, well, people who've seen Bigfoot, it's like that.
So, obviously, if it does exist and it's still out there,
Mm.
I take it the likes of a gorilla, orangutan, something like that, would
Yeah.
technically be its descendants.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. It's a primate,
Yeah.
like us.
do you reckon, are they in, like, same groups as, like, you know how, obviously, you've got a group of gorillas, and
Yeah.
there's obviously the Big Donny, the silverback's obviously the leader.
Oh,
Do
so you think
Sasquatches
like
have that sort of thing?
like a family?
Yeah.
Like a family.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so. They could be in groups. I mean, there's there was. I don't know if it's on there anymore. It was a documentary on Netflix called Finding Bigfoot or Discovering Bigfoot. One of the other. It's with Todd Standing. He's a Bigfoot researcher. He's quite big in the field
Right.
and everything. But he hasn't got the best name. A lot of people think he hoaxes a lot of what he's done and everything. They think
Right.
so. It's not the most credible evidence.
Yeah, yeah. I know
But
what you mean.
he comes out with some good theories, I think. And he's saying, like, there's watchers. You know, like how with meerkats. I know it's completely different. You know, like with meerkats, there's always, like, one or two that are watching all the time in case of lions hiding. In
something
case of a
comes near
predator.
him, yeah.
They think that could be the same thing. They could be watchers. Because they just don't want to be found.
Yeah. All I can picture is just a Bigfoot now just standing like a meerkat.
Yeah.
Bobbing his head left and right. Like, what's going on?
Then start singing like
Yeah.
in Lion King 3, yeah.
Hakuna Matata. There's a human nearby.
Fucking hell, you got some pipes, Josh. If the podcast don't work out, I'll be your manager. We'll go on X Factor.
All right, nice one.
But yeah, he said like there's watchers in the group. I'd say you probably have an alpha male, like you said, like a silverback.
Mm-hmm.
There probably is like a patriarch, matriarch, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think there could be. I mean, usually you only see one, maybe two, but there's been a lot. There has been sightings of like groups of them, like young males, like, you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
teenage, where they're finding a mate and stuff like that. So it could be a menagerie of things. Like there could be some on the like us, like you get like people like who don't want to see anyone. You know, recluses.
Yeah, like a nomad sort of thing.
Yeah, and there's people that can't be on their own, like Lewis.
Yeah, yeah, perfect actually.
Yeah. He can't be on his own. He has to be with someone. So
Yeah.
it could be that mentality as well.
What would you say is his most concrete proof? You'd say personally.
He has. Well, I don't know how believable it is, but I've seen him. He's took pictures and films, very clear, of Bigfoot, of different types of Bigfoot, where they've been staring at him or he's been hid up and they caught him. But it can't be fully concrete evidence because it's still not proven.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what
I
I
know what you
mean?
mean. Well, then, for people that have seen it,
Yeah.
and for something so big and so, you'd think it'd be. I mean, you look. I know we keep referring back to it, but you look at a gorilla, a silverback.
Yeah.
Anyone goes near its family or anyone, if it feels intimidated, it goes for them.
Yeah.
For all these sightings, how come not one has looked, especially the ones that are looking at the person? How come it hasn't gone for it? How come it hasn't?
I mean, it depends.
Switched.
Like I said with the whole missing 411, people that have gone missing, have just gone, and with no trace, and that could be a case. I mean, especially with the hunters and everything, if you're there, you got a rifle, you point it at it, or about to point at it, that could be on you like that because of the strides, and it's got you. That could probably break that gun in half.
Oh,
easy. It's got you over your shoulder, or snapped your neck over your shoulder. Away it goes.
Lads, I've got dinner.
Yeah, without a trace, and it could go down that route. That's the beauty of it, like, because it's such a hearsay, like, and also when people say we've never found a skeleton, we've never found a body of one. Right. Tell me this, Josh. We've been in the woods a few times.
Yeah.
Whenever have you seen a deer skeleton, a bird skeleton,
no.
a squirrel skeleton?
No, you never do. And I suppose that's also because bugs and things would eventually rip that apart. It would degrade. Vegetation would just cover it. Yeah. You know, there's so many different reasons why you don't find skeletons.
The only time you find a carcass is when it's been eaten. You know, when it's been preyed upon by a predator.
And even then, there's still, like, parts of the body still on it.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10.
Yeah, when an animal knows its time is to go, a lot of the time they go off and they just find a very secluded area and they die.
Well, it's like cats, isn't it?
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, I think I've had 3 cats in my life, and not one has died at my house.
No.
They've all disappeared and just I've never seen them again.
Yeah, exactly.
So do you reckon they're similar?
It could be similar. A lot. Some people think. I mean, I'm actually quite partial to it as well. Where because I think they're quite intelligent. They're more intelligent than gorillas and than apes, but less intelligent than us.
Which makes sense. If they do exist, they've got to be that sort of intelligent.
They've got to be,
because otherwise everyone would have known by now that, like, concrete proof they exist, because they'd just be too thick to hide or run or anything.
That's right. So I believe there could be a part where they're that intelligent that they hold burials.
Really?
It's a possibility.
Does any other animal do that sort of thing?
I'm not 100% on that. You've caught me on that one, but I know
surely they can't be the only animal. I know humans do it, and we're technically an animal, but surely they can't be the only one to do something like that.
I know, like, there was that documentary about, like, where they made, like, a fake animal, put a camera in its eye or something. Do you remember that?
Yes, and I can't think what it's called, but I know what you mean.
Yeah. And when it was a monkey, and it fell out of the tree, like the camera, and they all had like a funeral for it. So it's just that little one step. It's like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, possible. And a monkey's closer to a Sasquatch than we are.
Yeah.
If they do it, it's possible that a Sasquatch does it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. I believe. Yeah, I believe in something like that. Yeah. I mean, mate, some of the theories out there of a Bigfoot's existence are mad.
Like what? Give us a few examples.
There's some that say it's an interdimensional being.
What, just jumps to and fro dimensions?
Yeah.
What is it, Doctor Strange?
Yeah. Oh, I said next film.
Yeah. I thought I saw that in the new Spider-Man.
Yeah. But it can warp reality. Like it can walk through one dimension into another, which I can't believe.
Nah.
That seems so fantastical.
Yeah,
I remember.
I'm not being funny. If we can't even do that, let's be fair, we're what's the word? Intellectual wise,
we're
miles ahead of a Sasquatch or something like that.
Yeah,
so if we can't even do that, how the bloody hell can they?
Exactly. I agree totally. I think that is rubbish. But I'm not going to dispute any. If someone truly wholeheartedly believes that, I could put up a good argument. Fair play.
I'm happy to sit there and listen. As long as it's proof. They're not just going because I've seen it up. And it's like, all right, mate, lay off the drugs.
Put the meth down.
It's like chasing the dragon, chasing Bigfoot. What's going on here?
Oh fuck! You see the fairy?
It's like, oh, there's a Bigfoot. Nope, that's a gorilla.
Yeah. Well, no, it's a fucking tree. You I mean, another theory. I mean, it's good tie into another episode we do. That some people believe it could be an alien, like an alien species, which in some ways
I can see that one being more logical than I can see anything being more logical than the interdimensional.
Yeah.
But that.
Oh no, there's some worse ones.
God.
Yeah. But no, because a lot of people who've had sightings, they say they saw a Bigfoot. It's fucked off, and then all of a sudden they see a UFO. So it's like,
so what? It's just come down on a ship, gone into the woods, got some scran, Go on the ship. See you later.
Yeah. It sees someone fuck it.
Yeah.
Go on the
Like,
ship.
no, I'm gone.
Fuck it's real laugh.
Turns out that's what's in Area 51, the Sasquatch.
Just yeah. What you talking about?
Just straight up. You can leave me out, mate?
Yeah. But no, I think the most bizarre theory, and of course it's from America. No offense.
Oh.
Some people believe it's a fallen angel.
Oh, get in the bin.
Yeah.
Behave.
Some people think that it. Well, I mean, fallen angel. That's like the devil, isn't it?
Yeah.
So they're saying that it's
the devil.
It's
There's a shit ton of
it's
devils
a demon.
in there.
It's a demon,
Yeah.
of some sort. Well, I mean, if that's the case, why does it always just run off when it
Yeah,
sees
it'd kill
someone?
anyone and everything.
Yeah,
it's the
it's
devil.
got-
It play mind games. Again, you say that playing mind games. We are literally. It is playing. If that is the case, which I
to
highly
say-
doubt.
Yeah, we want to say if it's real or not.
Yeah, exactly. It's playing mind games with.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I do get that, but I think that's mad.
It is
That's mad. I mean, a fallen angel. Well, because I watched one video and it looked like it was pretty good, but when I saw that, it kind of like put me off.
Yeah, just like right, no, dump,
Yeah, I was like, oh, you had such promise.
and you fucked it.
Yeah, you think Bigfoot and Dogman are fallen angels? What are you on?
So these people, again, if you believe it, you believe it. I'm just literally putting a question towards you.
Yeah.
If that is the case and you genuinely believe it's a fallen angel, how the hell are we a descendant of it?
Well,
We're not descendants of angels or gods, and that are we?
well, no, but we might not be a descendant of Bigfoot. That is my theory.
Right.
I'm not saying.
yeah.
I'm not saying this.
Which I say,
what
which is the
everyone
most
believes.
plausible out of them all.
Yeah,
You've got to
yeah.
admit, it's the most plausible. It's similar. It's basically just an 8-foot gorilla, 8, 9, 10-foot gorilla.
But it can stand straight.
That can stand straight. Do you know what I mean? It's just
Yeah,
an evolved animal.
Yeah.
Which makes more sense than an alien or a demon or something like that.
Yeah, interdimensional being.
Yeah.
I just can't. I can't get my head around it. I can't. It could very well be real, and I'd eat my words.
Yeah,
I'd eat my
so would
hat.
I. I'd hold my hands up. I was wrong. I made a genuine mistake.
I would eat my hat. I'm like, fair play to you. Fair play to you. You've just proven that Bigfoot is an interdimensional being.
Yeah.
But how can you prove that? Unless you catch one and it does it. Yeah, that's the point. Say it is one, right? You caught it. You think, fuck me, I'm going to be on the front page of National Geographic. Put it in a cage. By the time you get there,
It's
gonna
gone.
Yeah. It's like, it's that.
Just fingers up,
Yeah,
fade away.
yeah. It's an old YouTube video. Don't worry.
But if you know, you know.
yeah. It's one of them. Well, we've got to put that on Facebook.
Yeah, Bigfoot be like.
Yeah. We'll have to Photoshop it and put a picture of Bigfoot's face on it. Oh yeah, that is something for you to do.
Yeah. Oh God. So, where was the original? Like, who was the original person to see it? Who was the?
Oh, like I say, it's back like probably thousands of years with Native Americans.
Right.
So to pinpoint it is near on impossible.
So who was the first to not report it, but like, do you know what I mean? Like, because obviously, the word Bigfoot and what it looks like now, it has to have come from somewhere.
I think it comes from loggers.
From what?
Loggers. You know, people cut trees. Lumberjacks.
Oh, right. Yeah.
lumberjack. You know, me.
Right.
People like me. I wish I was. Anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it came from there. I might be completely wrong because I haven't had enough time to really plan this out. It was kind of on the whim, weren't it?
Yeah.
I was about to leave off work. I said, Josh, should we just do another episode? Yeah, go on then.
Yeah,
All
go on
right,
then, why not?
So, like I said, at some point we'll probably be doing
Another one.
Yeah, other episode. I mean, because let's be honest, everyone who likes anything creepy or paranormal loves Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Of some kind.
Yeah.
Loves,
Yeah.
You know, loves a Bigfoot tale.
Or even if they don't love it, they're skeptical of it. Do you know what I mean?
They want to
they've
hear
got-
different views.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you, Al. I mean,
Yeah, like I said, I'm not a firm. Oh, I don't believe it's utter bollocks, but I'm not exactly on the other side where it's like I'm basically I'm on the fence. I'm a fence sitter,
All right,
where
fair
it's
enough.
like
I'm not 100%.
no.
As much as I
I
want to
suppose
be,
you can't really be 100% unless you've
proven.
you've seen it.
Yeah, unless it's proven.
It's proven or you've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But even if you've seen it, you don't know if you have seen it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
You could have seen something and thought that's Bigfoot.
Well, yeah, because it seems like every time someone sees Bigfoot, that's a bear.
Yeah.
I mean, all right, fair enough. Bears can stand up, but when you see a bear next to a Bigfoot,
yeah, it's pretty obvious.
You can
tell
notice
which one's which.
And the whole thing you were saying about grainy photos of that.
Mm-hmm.
So you're walking in the woods. Don't know why. You just felt like having a little wander, and you see a Bigfoot. You are not going to be standing there stone faced just to take a picture. You're going to be shaking like a fucking
yourself.
Yeah, you're going to be shaking like a leaf. And I mean that has got to be because it's so fantastical. Like, oh my god, I've seen what everyone thinks is not real, and you try and take a photo, you're going to be like, oh my god,
yeah, you're going to be all over the place.
Yeah. I mean, not everyone can afford like what filmmakers use. You know that one, so it's always level. Yeah, you can't afford that, can you?
I don't know if anyone's actually done it, but there's surely like an overhead radar scanner, even a drone. Surely a drone would have picked one up.
Oh, there was a video that weren't too long ago. I'm terrible at this, so I can't give you proper dates and everything. But it was a video, and it was of a drone in America somewhere, and also these trees were just going mad. But it was like something was going and just pushing them out of the way.
Right.
They were going left, right, and it was a calm day because all the other trees was like dead still.
So it's just where something was clearly moving through that.
Yeah.
It depends whereabouts was this? Do you know roughly?
Oh, I ain't got a clue.
I was going to say, couldn't it be something like an elephant?
No, it was in America.
You get elephants in America, don't you? Not wild ones, but you get them. Escaped from the zoo, went into a tree.
Oh, Dad, very much.
Oh, right. Dad, it's an elephant escaped from a zoo and gone into a woods, but no, Bigfoot, yeah, it's definitely that.
Yeah, but... all right, let's be honest, right? It's escaped from the zoo. It's not a bag of fucking peanuts, is it? You're going to notice an elephant missing,
You're going to notice a fucking Bigfoot.
Yeah, but like I said, they see you before you see them.
True, yeah.
They see you before you see them. Well, I believe so. Right. I might be wrong. But I think they see, it's their domain. It's their territory. Mm-hmm. They know that place at the back of their hand.
I'll come to you one day, said, Ed, right, do you know what? I 100% believe in Bigfoot. We're going to America. Where would you say is the best place to go and whereabouts in that specific place?
Oh, Pacific Northwest, like Washington area. 100%.
And where would you say would be you're most likely to spot it? Like, would it be up a mountain, in the woods, by a river?
Well, like I said, Pacific Northwest, it's got all of that.
Right.
So, it's luck of the draw.
Yeah,
it's luck of the draw. Because it's like, say, we know the pool and place like there, but it don't matter how many times you go. You know exactly kind of what habitats they are, but you go there every day of the week and you still not see one. So, it's the exact same for Bigfoot.
So, because you mentioned a snow leopard, obviously... We said you might not see one, but you could be seeing one, but they're that blended in.
Yeah.
Is that the same with the Bigfoot?
I'd say
they blend in?
They camouflage in a sense, because, I mean, when you see some, like, say, 9 foot tall, you ain't going to automatically think Bigfoot.
No, especially if you're surrounded by trees, you're going to think tree.
And if that's standing dead still, and it's a bit dark or whatever, it's not going to be a double take. You're going to look at it, think it's a brush, bit of tree or something. I mean, as mad as it sounds, because it's standing there.
Yeah.
But if they can like put their arms right close to their side now, you ain't
they're planking.
Yeah. You ain't gonna know, are you?
No, not if you're not looking at it. I suppose.
Yeah. You got to know what you're looking for.
So what about obviously America's the big one for where they are? What about other places? Like, are they here in the UK? Well, have there been sightings here in the UK? Or
well, we had this on the introduction, didn't we?
I know. That's what I'm trying to reel it into.
Yeah, but this episode is just going to be mainly on the American one.
Right, okay.
Because if we go everywhere, we ain't got enough time for that.
No.
Because there's different ones all over the world. I mean, you've got, let's say woodwows of UK. That was another name for it here. In churches and that, you know, like the little goblins. You get in the inside.
Gargoyle sort of thing.
No, on the inside, like you got the pillars. There's always like a face.
Yeah.
Yeah, in some places that you look at them and it's like a Bigfoot.
Huh?
They call them woodwows. But you've got that of the UK. You've got Yeti of the Himalayas, of course, a very famous one, which we will have an episode on. The Yowie of Australia, which is the most Australian name.
Yeah, that couldn't get more Australian if it sounded.
It's fucking Yowie,
It just needs cunt on the end of it. Yowie cunt.
They probably do, you never know. The Yeren of China. You've got the Mapinguari of South America. Yeah,
The what?
Say that when you're pissed.
Say it. I can't even say it sober, let alone pissed.
Mapinguari.
Mapinguari.
Yeah.
Mapinguari.
And but yeah, every country or a lot of countries, most have some sort of humanoid ape being. So yeah, we'll have an episode on each of the fuckers.
Might as well.
Yeah, we'll be sorted for 2 years probably.
Just on that alone, without taking the other cryptids into account.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, when we get onto like different lake monsters, there's even more.
Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah, I know, trust. I'll buzz off it. But when I was going back, we'll go on the Patterson Gimlin film. So if you don't know who they are, you've got Bob Gimlin and Roger Patterson. Oh, I've got that video, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
Right.
Oh, that one. Just seeing the bloody thing. Yeah, I know exactly which one you mean now.
Say, I'm pretty sure you said that.
Yeah, I know exactly which one you mean now.
Yeah, fucking told you. Yeah, Roger Patterson, Bob Gimlin. There were two photographers, filmmakers. There were two filmmakers, sorry. And Bigfoot was already, I wouldn't say in the public eye, but it was known about.
Right.
So they decided they was going to go on a hunt for one, which is my dream.
Yeah. Depending on where this story is going, it depends if I join you or not.
You fucking will. I don't care what you say, mate.
If it turns out these two Donnies are dead from it.
No.
All right, that's cool then. I was going to say, if this story comes back and it's like at the end, yeah, they were found in separate pieces here, and here. It's like, yeah, you're going to visit on your own, mate.
No, Bob Gimlin's still alive.
Oh, okay.
But Roger Patterson died in 1972 of cancer.
I'm sorry.
Well, anyway, they went to Bluff Creek, which is a very famous part of America for Bigfoot, which is in California. See, I got a D in geography. I'm sorted. So, which is, I'd just like to say, it is quite a bad grade.
But it's not a U.
Exactly.
It's not a U.
And it was along the. I'm sorry if I'm balls this up. The Klamath River in Bluff Creek is where they found it.
Okay.
So they went off to try and find Bigfoot, and they were on horseback, riding along, and all of a sudden they see one just started to cross, and then before they knew, as soon as they could, they pulled the camera out and started filming, which is that famous segment where it's walking along, looks over its shoulder, looks back, and just calmly just walks off into the woodland.
Yeah, which I suppose they looked at it and it didn't pose. They didn't pose as a threat to it, so they just carried on.
Yeah, they just carried on. I mean, don't get me wrong; they had rifles and guns on, weaponry on them, but it was so.
Neither was threatening the other, so it's like, what's the point of trying to hurt one another?
No, exactly. So yeah, it just walks off, and then that is it. It's quite a short film, but then after that, and they released it, Bigfoot Mania. Mm-hmm. Absolutely, there was like, oh my god, what is this? And then,
sorry to cut you off. Did they follow it?
No,
when it went into the woods.
No, I don't think they did. I'm not 100%.
Surely you would. If that's what you're going there to look, you've seen one, you've seen where it's gone. Surely you would follow it.
It'd be bloody terrifying. Though,
terrifying, but do you know what I mean? If that was us in that position, you're telling me you wouldn't want to go follow that?
Oh, I'm different. I mean, I want to hunt one.
Yeah, true.
I'm not. It sounds really bad. I want to hunt one. I don't want to be out there to kill it because it is an egotistical thing. I said this last episode, but also it's to prove it is
concrete
real.
Proof. You've got a body.
It's got
like,
look. It is real, and build off it to then provide conservation. Because I mean,
the irony of that, building a conversation.
Conservation.
That's the one. By killing one.
I feel like that is the only way.
Yeah, I suppose, because it doesn't matter how many videos or pictures you get, you always get people.
You got to either catch one or kill one. Yeah, I think that is the only way us as humans are going to be like, it's real.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, it don't matter how many footprints you plaster cast. It don't matter how many pictures. It could be clear as day. There's always some twat out there who's going to be like, fake.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though it could be there fucking snot coming out of his nose.
Yeah.
Like, nah, it's fake, innit?
Yeah.
And or the clearest video. It could be a video of it killing someone, and people are like, nah, fake. Bit of CGI. Anyone can do that.
So it's just a film, mate.
Yeah. But especially now with how easy, well, I wouldn't say easy, I can't bloody do it, but like with CGI, Photoshop and stuff like that, you could fake it.
Yeah, you can Photoshop anything on anything.
Yeah, exactly. So you could make it up.
Which is why I think the older the pictures and the videos are, the more believable they are nowadays. Yeah, the more credible.
Yeah.
Because obviously back then CGI was, let's say, I don't know, the 50s.
It was recorded. It was 20th of October 1967.
There you go. Which CGI was about then, because you got films like, I want to say E.T. in that, but they were later, weren't they?
Yeah, a lot later. The film that come out that year was Planet of the Apes.
Oh, what are the odds of that then?
Right. Yeah, I know. It's
What are the odds of that?
Yeah, it's a bit mad. But that's what made people think it could be a person in a suit.
But 10 foot?
Well, no, but it could be like stilts or whatever. You know what I mean? Or it could be just made to look big. It could be eye holes in the chest. You just don't know.
Yeah.
But when you look at old Planet of the Apes and then you look at that film, I mean, you had to be an absolute genius to make a suit that lifelike compared to what they look like in Planet of the Apes.
Yeah,
because it looks shit.
Yeah,
from the films we're used to, they look
that
shit.
is awful. I mean, back then, obviously, that would have been top 10.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
But now
it's shocking.
It's awful.
Yeah,
You look at nowadays Planet of the Apes. That's incredible.
Oh yeah, you believe that is like a
genuine ape
shouting Caesar.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
But then also out of that, of course, people were like, "Nah, I don't believe it." Which, fair enough. It's something no one's ever seen before. You're going to believe it's not real.
Of course you are.
So there was. I can't find it. I mean, it's really bugging me.
Do you think people don't want to believe it out of just sheer stubbornness, or do you think it's a case of with some people they're terrified to believe it?
Possibly both. I agree totally. Like, it could be people.
So I remember in a film, I think ironically it was a Final Destination film, and I think one of the blokes in it said, you only fear something when you have no control over it.
Yeah.
And in a way, you could sort of relate that to Bigfoot. You've got no control over it. You don't know whether it exists or not. So are you frightened to believe that it is out there?
Yeah, because as humans, we're top predator.
Yeah.
We are the top dog. Bigfoot could easily overpower us. Mm-hmm. And that is a terrifying
Would
thought.
it though? Because, yeah, if it was just like normal day fight for survival, yeah, I'd agree. But then with the weapons we've got, the technology we got, could it really alpha us? Really?
I mean, yeah, obviously, if you're out there with a high-powered rifle and you see it before it sees you,
there's only one winner.
Yeah, but if it's the other way round, you ain't got. I don't think you've got a hope in hell chance, because they're so apparently so quick, nimble. For something so big, they're so nimble and agile. That'll get you before you look down the sight.
That's the bit that gets me, where it's so nimble and agile, but the sheer size, it would still, even if it is the most nimblest, agile thing on the planet, it'd still make a noise. It would still smash in the trees. You know what I mean? Trees would go flying. You'd hear twigs snapping. You'd hear boom, boom, boom. Whereas, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
surely something that big, you'd still hear it, whether it's even trying to be as sneakful as possible.
Yeah,
could have been trained by a bloody ninja or a samurai, and it's still you'd still notice it.
Yeah, I get that. You would, but by the time you noticed it, could it be too late? Because if you start running away, that's going to catch you. It don't matter if it's me, you Usain Bolt. That's catching you. That is catching. That is getting you by your head and crushing it like a pear. But someone did come out to say that they sold the. They actually sold the suit.
What, the suit in that video?
Yeah, they said that they provided the suit. Right, here we are. Philip Morris.
Right.
In 2002, Philip Morris, owner of Morris Costumes, claimed that he made a gorilla costume that was used in the Patterson film. He said he made it as a hoax. He wanted to make... Patterson wanted to prove... He wanted it so bad to get famous. So he got this bloke who was a costume designer and maker to make the Bigfoot costume.
Right.
And bearing in mind, this was a female Bigfoot. It's got tits.
Oh, okay. But then if no one's seen the species, how do they know that's not a male?
Because it's got tits.
Yeah, but how do we know in that species the males don't have tits? How do we know they all don't have tits?
Yeah, but if it's a primate, if you look at every other primate,
Yeah, all right.
the women ones have tits.
Yeah. Badonkadonks.
Yeah.
Bigfoot badonkadonks.
Yeah, that's a magazine we can do.
The thing is, there'll be some creeps out there that would buy that and wank senseless over that.
Yeah, not me. So, yeah, saying that he didn't want to make like a normal gorilla costume. He wanted it so it looked like a human standing up, but with longer arms, and make it a female, which makes it more credible. Because if you always make a monster, you always think as a male.
Him. Well, you do, even with other things like dogs, lions, wolves, bears. Anytime you see one, you instantly just go him.
Yeah.
So it is natural to.
Yeah, I get that. The thing what don't make sense, what I've been reading, is he couldn't give any evidence to back his claim. All it was his word against Patterson.
Couldn't they sue him? Because they're just trying to take credibility of their video. So surely they could sue him.
They probably could.
Which then you'd get the proof then.
Yeah.
Because either if they sued him and this, what's it? Who's the guy? Philip
Morris.
Philip Morris would have either won the court case and it would have been like proof that it was a costume.
Yeah.
Or he would have had to pay out a massive fee, which theoretically would have proven that he's talking out his ass.
Yeah. But it is. There wouldn't have been any hearsay because it was proven.
No.
Either way.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, like
Patterson can't prove that it weren't a suit, and Morris can't claim it was a suit.
Yeah.
Because it's his word against him.
Unless they actually had the suit themselves.
Yeah, but which he could not provide evidence of.
Yeah, so either he's talking out his ass, or they burnt it, or got rid of it.
Yeah. But yeah, that was his only.
But then, how the hell do you get someone in a suit like that?
Well,
Because you're not going to find a 10-foot bloke.
Well, there is a man, Bob Hieronymus. I think I got that right.
Oh.
I'm sorry if I haven't. He was the person wearing a suit, apparently. But, apparently it was between him. But Gimlin had nothing. Didn't know any of this. I mean, the man's still alive now, and he so heartily believes it's real.
Right.
He had no idea this was going on. But even when Patterson died, to his deathbed, he said it was real. I mean, usually when someone's on a deathbed, they release
admit it. Well, I know a completely different story, but serial killers.
Yeah.
They Ian Brady before not Ian Brady.
Ted Bundy.
Ted Bundy on his deathbed. He
Well, he weren't on his deathbed. It was
before he was executed, it was he come out with loads of names that he killed and that. So if they're willing to do that sort of thing when they know there's no, do you know what I mean? There's no hope.
Yeah, right. Well, apparently, this Hieronymus done what's like a lie detector test? Polygraph. And he said he wore the suit and he passed it. But polygraphs aren't 100%.
But they're like 99%.
Not really. You can fool a polygraph. And he could have tried. You know when you so heartily believe it, like he could have done that. You keep telling yourself.
Could even come back and say lying, because for argument's sake, if I was doing a lie detector and you accuse me of murdering someone, and I know for a fact I didn't do it, your emotions going to be going all saying, your blood pressure's going to be all over the roof, you're going to be stressing out, so the lie detector's going to come back, you're lying because your heart rate's going and everything. Yeah. So.
But the thing what gets me as well, and what a lot of like Bigfoot researchers, I'm not classing me as one of them, as much as I want to be. I'm only an amateur at the minute, but one day. Anyway, it's the way it walks. The way the creature walks, a person can't really do that.
So how does it walk then?
You'll have to watch a video. It's very hard to explain.
Conor McGregor struts about.
Yeah. But like, it just seems near on impossible for a person to be able to walk perfectly like it.
Right.
And also, when like nowadays they've got like the not visual effects, but enhancement.
Mm-hmm.
You could see muscles rippling in the leg, in the back.
Which I've only now in today's like CGI and that been able to do.
Yeah.
In recent years. So
you could see that. You could see the leg muscle every time it put its foot down. It was like it rippled.
Mm-hmm.
How can a plastic suit do that? Tell me.
Well, it can't.
Exactly.
It simply can't.
It can't do that. And I mean, like I said, the previous film, look, the film, what I always put it to is Planet of the Apes. You could tell they're rubber suits.
Easily.
Yeah, I mean, you ain't got to be
a genius to work that out.
No, exactly. You ain't got to be a rocket
Stevie
scientist.
Wonder could figure that out.
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing, Stevie Wonder.
Love your music. Yeah, you could see the muscles moving. I mean, the head don't look like it wouldn't be like a mask because of how its neck moves.
The thing is, as well, if it was a rubber suit, it'd have to be one with like all mechanics in the top of it, because you're not, like I said earlier, you're not going to find a 10-foot person to fit in it.
No.
And the fact that its head turned, it'd either have to be someone like 5-6 foot with a mechanical thing above them, so they can turn the head.
They said it. To be fair, they do say it was about 6 foot.
So
in that sense, a person could do that, but the way the head moves.
Well, you look at mascots in like Disneyland and that.
Yeah,
they can't even turn their flipping heads. They have to turn their whole bodies.
Exactly.
So how the hell back then?
Yeah,
could they have done that?
You can see it's a lot of the body, but the head does move.
Yeah,
the head and neck do move, and it just, to me, that is still. Even though it was done in 1967, that is still probably one of the best.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Evidence.
If it's 1967, you got to think people are going to be looking at it on today's technology.
Yeah.
In 1967,
which
was the year my mum was born. So it's like technology back then was not what it's like now.
No,
it's going to be so difficult to fake that.
But in the same breath, you could say because of our technology, people of today. They don't go walking in the woods as much.
No.
They'd rather stay at home.
Yeah, play Fortnite.
Exactly, or COD or whatever.
Yeah.
They'd rather be doing that. They don't want to be walking in the woods looking for a Bigfoot. They'd rather be doing something like that. Or going to shop. You know, go...
But then in saying that, there are still sightings nowadays.
Yeah.
So people are still doing it.
People are still doing it.
But not as much as they were back then.
No.
So
no.
When would you say it was, for lack of a better word, rife? When Bigfoot was the big thing?
Oh, out of that film.
So around that sort of time period, that's when it was at its peak, for argument's sake.
That's when it went mad. Out of that film come out, it went mad. Absolutely crazy. It was Bigfoot mania.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if you go to Bluff Creek, all the shops there, all the restaurants... Bigfoot. It's all it is. It's all about Bigfoot.
Is that the same with Loch Ness then?
Yeah.
Is that their Loch Ness sort of thing? Like,
yeah, in a way, yeah. I mean, as somebody who's been to Loch Ness,
yeah,
everywhere there, it's the Nessie this, Nessie that. The fish and chip shop was to do fucking Nessie.
Is that just a sales pitch? Like with Loch Ness, obviously, the main reason you go is obviously because of the Loch Ness Monster, but then everywhere else around it's took advantage of that. Like you said, with the Loch Ness shop and all that.
100%.
Is that theirs? Like, they're just, well, if people think Bigfoot's here,
it.
Yeah,
they're
just like, we might as well.
Oh
take
yeah,
advantage
100%.
of it.
Which
everyone you'd be an idiot not to.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it might piss some of the locals off because they're like, I've had enough of this fucking Bigfoot. It's not.
Surely it piss people off more that reckon they've seen it.
Yeah,
because it's like you're taking the piss now.
Yeah,
I've genuinely seen this, and you're just making it into a laughing stock.
Yeah,
it's like you wouldn't be laughing if you saw the fucking thing.
I think it would be more credible if people didn't hoax it. Well, of course,
people are going to hoax it though. They're going to hoax anything they can.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because there's been so many other like films, photos, and that what have been proven to be hoaxes, and it takes the credibility off the genuine ones.
Yeah,
because. I can't think of how many sightings there have been. Even if 99% of them are bollocks, utter bullshit, there's like 1%. That 1% that has seen something.
Yeah.
And that's enough, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
It's got to be surely something to do with that.
But then I suppose, looking at playing devil's advocate, if the other 99% are hoax, you are instantly just going to think, well, that other 1% as well.
Yeah,
So
100%.
Like, it is one of them. It is the sad reality of it is, we can talk about this till we're black and blue in the face, but the sad reality of it is, until you actually see it,
Yeah.
you're not going to believe it.
No, 100%. Like I said to you, as much as I want to believe, or I do believe, as much as I want to be 100%, I'm not.
No.
I'm about 85, 80%.
Mm-hmm.
Because you would think, I'm like you would think this day and age, there'd be solid proof somehow.
Exactly. Would you say Bigfoot's the most believable out of all the cryptids? Like, if you had to put money on one being genuine, would you say Bigfoot's it? Or would you say it's another cryptid?
That's a difficult one. I'd say possibly Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Or, well, Kraken.
Yeah.
The Kraken, I think, is a genuine animal. Just giant species of squid or octopus.
Mm-hmm.
I really want Nessie to be real, or Nessie-like creatures to be real, because they're sighted all over the world. And I really hope. There was one I said to you, Kelly and Bembe from the Congo.
Mm-hmm.
Which
he is not struggling to say Kylian Mbappe. He is actually saying a genuine name.
Because in the Congo, like, there was reports of this monster called Kelly and Bembe, and when the British went over there, and they were like, "What's this Kelly and Bembe?" And they were like animal, monster, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, in their language, I don't know, whatever language they speak. I mean, they can't understand. So that, you know, let's say like, what the big monster. So they got the book, you know, with all different animals, and they're going through them, and they went on like a diplodocus or something. They were like, Kelly and Bembe.
So you reckon it's a dinosaur?
Pretty much. There's living dinosaurs in the Congo, which would make sense because that is, I think, one of the most uninhabitable places. Like undiscovered places, shall I say. Uninhabitable was bullshit, but undiscovered places out there.
So possible.
Yeah. But back on track with Bigfoot, we'll get to him, Kelly and Bembe, another day, which will be a good episode. Because I'd love to go to the Congo.
Yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't.
Sort of.
There's giant spiders out there, right?
Yeah, sayonara. On your own.
You
had me sold on the dinosaur, and then you fucked it with a spider.
You're coming with me, mate.
I'll just walk around in a hazmat suit.
Yeah. Flame thrower to hand.
Yeah, it's like, come on then, I'll have you. Come on then.
The most plausible one, I'd say, Bigfoot.
Yeah.
I would say, the most plausible, because it just seems so perfect how it could exist.
Yeah, so many like pieces to the puzzle. It's just you're missing that final piece of the concrete proof.
That is it. Like with my theory of it being the missing link.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're no longer the missing link then, isn't it? It's still about.
So obviously you believe Bigfoot's the missing link.
Yeah.
Let's just, for argument's sake, say it's proven one day it doesn't exist. Okay, Bigfoot is not genuine. Blah blah blah. What is that missing link? Would you say? What would you say is the other thing that can counteract Bigfoot being the missing link?
Oh no, this would be for another episode because there's loads of theories on that, isn't there? Like,
is there?
Yeah. People think that we actually come from aliens.
Oh, for God's sake!
Yeah, I know.
I mean, if you think about it logically, technically we are an alien. I know we're getting on a bit of a tangent here, but it's like technically we are an alien. If there's another species, on another planet, to them we are aliens.
Yeah.
So
I was thinking, what the fuck are you on about? No, we're not. We've always been on here, mate.
No, but to other planets, technically we are.
Well, yeah. But that's like every animal on this planet is an alien.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
So what, if it is an omnivore or a herbivore or carnivore, what would you say would be its main diet?
I believe it's probably an omnivore, like most primates.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of primates. So it could be anything from deer. What other?
Because they come in the place where it's common to see the Bigfoot? Are there other animals there? Are they constantly seeing like deers or
Yeah, deer,
goats,
fish,
bears, whatever?
Yeah, deer. Fish apparently is a good food for it. Berries. I don't know what edible plants are in America. I'm very sorry about that, but whatever edible plants there is,
But just because it ain't edible to us, I mean it ain't edible to
yeah,
that.
exactly. They might have different different digestives. Yeah. Well, no, stinging nettles are actually good for us.
Yeah, I still don't want to eat one.
No, but if you take the stinging part out,
Yeah.
apparently it's really nice, like nettle tea and stuff like that.
Imagine it being similar to mint.
Yeah. I think it is in a way. I'm not sure, but anyway, yeah. So edible plants in America, like say deer, birds, fish, anything like that.
Because surely, because there's bound to be more than one, right?
Well, yeah, I believe it's a species.
Yeah. If it is a species, then surely you're gonna run out of food eventually. Surely.
No.
Because that
You
would
can say that about any predator.
I know, but that would be the top. If that's the top predator, let's be fair. Nothing's eating that thing.
Bears,
What, a bear could take down a Bigfoot?
maybe. You just don't know. Like I say, that is the thing of it. We don't know their characteristics. We don't know
What
their behaviour.
No, yeah.
So in some way, I think a Bigfoot could probably overpower a bear, but also a younger Bigfoot could be prey to a bear. But
Right,
then again, in that breath, we'd have found a carcass.
Exactly.
So that kind of makes
Exactly.
it more
That's what I'm saying.
that they're top.
So it's
top
like
dog.
if they're top dog, nothing's eating them. They are going to overpopulate eventually.
Maybe, but also at the same time, even though there's family groups, they're very separate.
But then you can say the same about humans. We're the top predators,
Yeah.
and look how overpopulated we are.
Well, yeah, but
So eventually, surely that's going to be the case with them. So they're going to have to move inland eventually because there's no food or anything for them.
Yeah, but
Or vice versa, we could populate even more and push them
out.
away.
No, that's I'll tell you what, that's a very good point. But also, we don't know how many young they have.
No.
Like people nowadays, you see people like they've got fucking like 12 kids.
Oh god, yeah.
They might only have one offspring,
Yeah.
and that is them done.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not 100%.
Like a one and done sort of thing. Like
Yeah, one and done. We've got that job out of the way. Let's live on.
Yeah.
Let's live in the rest
sorry,
of our
right, it's
life.
his turn next sort of thing.
Yeah. But I think they could be very well populated control,
Right.
in a sense. I mean, like I said, with the whole burial thing, they could bury their dead. If a bear does kill one, they could bury it. Like
Bury the carcass sort of thing.
Yeah, because if it's getting killed by a bear, it's going to scream. And I mean,
You hear that, sure. Well,
Yeah.
not obviously. If you're nearby, you'd bloody hear that.
yeah, and they're never going to be too far away, and they'd beat the bear to fuck, and then take the body away.
So with sight, obviously the sightings about. I take it people have heard them as well.
Yeah.
What are they saying? It sounds like.
There's loads of different vocalizations. Like, I think what a lot of people know, tree knocks, which is pretty much they get a branch, they twat it against a tree,
Right.
and that could be a form of communication. They whoop, which
It's the sound of the police.
no, yeah, it's daft as that sounds. It is something similar, but I'm not very good at it. It's like woo, kind of like that.
Right.
Actually, that's probably
That was pretty banging in all
that's
fairness.
probably one of the best,
That's pretty banging.
best ones I've ever done. I'm so pleased you lot are going to hear this.
That is actually pretty banging.
Yeah, they whistle, they click. You know, they have different, and they moan, they roar. There's loads of different kinds.
They
of
don't really
vocalizations.
sound anything like a genuine primate then.
Well, you know them. Is it a monkey or is it ape? It has the
Oh, the big blue thing at the
Yeah, they go-
neck.
Yeah,
That sort of thing, yeah.
Yeah, you just hear, yeah, it could be so. But yeah, no, I think they do sound very, very primate-y. Yeah, no, I think it sounds very primate-y.
Yeah, I suppose so. Like,
Well, when you think of different apes, they all sound different, don't they? They've all got their own voice. I mean, we've got ours.
I think as well in my head, I'm picturing it too much like a gorilla. I've got to try and get out of my head. It's not a gorilla, so it's
Yeah.
not going to make the same noises. Because like,
No.
you know when them things are talking, because they're just screeches.
Yeah,
vicious
yeah.
fucking things.
But also, with a lot of sightings, they say it's more human-like than it is ape.
Which makes sense for the way it stands up and everything, I suppose.
Yeah, the way it stands up, the way it composes itself, and that could take away some of the vocalisation as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like how it has different ones. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And able to use, because that's the thing. Like with a lot of primates, they have opposable thumbs, but they're very cack-handed, aren't they?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Whereas them to be able to hold a branch and thwack a tree, that is like a human hand.
Yeah.
But
that's some fucking power behind them to do that, aren't they?
oh yeah,
Pick up a tree and just go whack.
oh no, not like a whole tree, but like a big branch.
Big branch or
yeah.
something.
I mean, I've seen people do. Get a baseball bat or a rounder's bat or whatever, and you twat it against a tree, you're gonna hear it.
Yeah.
We'll have to do that one time when we go on a hunt.
I'm up for that.
Yeah. I'll do a few calls. You never know. Yeah. So when we do next go on a hunt, I'll bring a bat or so. Oh, it's a bit dodgy, isn't it? Someone catches us, and I've got a bat in my hand.
Put it in a guitar bag.
What? I'm gonna go play guitar in the woods.
You wouldn't be the first.
Well, no, true. Yeah. We're just gonna sit around a campfire.
Sit around a campfire, man. And the first time.
You never know. I might draw it out.
It just comes out with a lighter. Just
Yeah. But also they say that they're scared of fire. They're not keen on fire because it's not.
No, I don't know what fire is.
No, because the only time
you say that about most things, like
Yeah.
you're scared of, for argument's sake, I don't know, a can of pop.
yeah.
I don't know what a can of pop is, so
Well, no, but if it's been like watching us and seeing us drinking a can of drink, it's gonna think it's edible. Well, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's consumable. But whereas fire, we're always away from it.
yeah,
And I mean, with Bigfoot and other woodland creatures, especially like with wildfires, that it's terrifying because it just burns everything up.
oh yeah,
So it could be it know fire's bad.
Yeah.
So it's scared of fire.
So other than Bluff Creek, what are the other sightings that you say is the most credible?
I don't know about most credible, but I'd say another famous one is the Battle of Ape Canyon, which was in 1924. Miners were that was the one actually that killed a Bigfoot,
Right.
and later that night, all night they were having rocks and they were getting screamed at by a number of them, and they were just throwing rocks at them all night, smashing up the cabin and everything.
Mad.
Yeah, that is why it's called Ape Canyon now,
Yeah.
which is at Mount St. Helens in the state of Washington, Pacific Northwest. So, yeah, so now that is known as Ape Canyon because of that. Also,
So I take it if they were getting rocks and everything pelted at them, they eventually fucked off without the body.
next morning.
Without the body as well.
Yeah.
So obviously, that's why there's no body.
Yeah, so that could have been a really that kind of like goes with my burial thing, and could have took the body and gave it a burial.
Right.
There's a mad one. I mean, really, you could look at all this on Wikipedia because that's all I'm using at the minute. I'm very sorry. There will be a better episode, I promise you. But anyway, in 1974, a man named Albert Ostman was a prospector who stated that he was kidnapped by 6 Bigfoot and was held in captivity for 6. Was it 6 Bigfoot? Oh, it was a family of Bigfoot for 6 days. Sorry.
What the hell did they capture him for then?
I don't know. They just thought like us seeing a stray cat. I'm guessing.
Don't kidnap him, do we?
Well, you never know. Some people probably do, like Foster.
So,
and that.
so what happened? Did he escape? Or
I think he did escape.
I was going to say,
yeah.
because what? They just kidnapped him for 6 days and then just let him go?
Yeah, yeah. No, I think he escaped a certain and went to the New York Times and stated that. Yeah. Could you imagine that? though? You imagine being a reporter. You're sitting there and everything, about to start your day, and this fucking bloke runs in. He's like, "You ain't gonna believe this. I've been kidnapped and held hostage for 6 days by a family of Bigfoot." Fuck.
You think he's off his nut?
Yeah, you go.
You're like, okay, I'm calling the police.
Yeah, like, all right, mate.
Yeah.
all right.
Jog on.
Yeah, good one. And the one which gets me is it was a 911 call, and it was a man in Kitsap County, Washington.
Mm-hmm.
He called saying that there was something in his backyard, and they're like, "What is it?" And previously, a couple of weeks beforehand, he called up saying someone or something has killed his dog.
Right.
One of his dogs. And anyway, he's calling up again. He's on the phone to the responder and saying like, "There's something in my backyard." And they were like asking like, "Is it a man, woman? What is it? Is it an animal?" And he said, "I don't know, but it's really big. It's massive, and it apparently stands up, and it scares the life out of him." He said it is massive, and it's all in black. They were like, "What could it be? A man dressed in black?" He says, "I don't know, but it's massive and it's all in black." And he says, "I'm not going out." He was terrified, and but it eventually jumped the fence and fucked off.
So it could have very well been a man.
Yeah, it could have very well been, but how he couldn't notice any like human features, say.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, if it was dressed in black, you'd see it if it was a hoodie or a hat.
I take it this was the thing that killed his dog.
Yeah,
what did it do? Literally just kill it and fuck off, or did it eat it? Did it take it with him?
I think it just killed it. Just killed it there and then.
Oh, nice.
Left it there. Broke. I don't know if it. I think it broke its neck or something, and just because I've always heard a lot of that. They hate dogs. There's like every time like there's been when people have been walking their dog in the woods and that, and the dogs don't like them. They cower, they growl, they bark.
Do you reckon it's whether it could be frightened just because it don't know what dog it is, or could it be? Do you reckon they got like a sort of like higher frequency hearing? Because dogs do, don't they?
Yeah,
they have a higher
could
frequency,
be.
so maybe it annoyed it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe.
Like its whimpering was like horrible to it, like went through it, like a ladder or something.
But it just seemed like there's just a mutual. They just don't like each other,
Right.
for some strange reason.
Which would, I suppose, I'd say a dog would be. If I was to go looking for a Bigfoot, I'd take a dog with me. But it don't know what it's looking for because it ain't got a scent of one. Do you know what I mean?
No, it's only when it comes out or the dog does somehow sense it. Because that's the thing with scent. Whenever there's a lot of the time with a Bigfoot encounter, it stinks.
Yeah, which would make sense if it's living in them sort of areas.
Yeah, because in Florida, there's a species of Bigfoot called skunk ape.
Right.
Because of its stench.
Yeah.
It absolutely pongs. Like, of BO, sewage, shite.
Which I imagine quite a lot of apes do. And if you add the size of a Bigfoot to it, it's going to stink way more.
And they've got like longer hair.
Yeah.
So it's probably mad.
Well, you know yourself, if you've got a dog, when it's been out in the rain, they fucking reek.
Yeah.
And if that's in that sort of weather all the time, it is going to reek.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah. So apparently it absolutely pongs. So the dog's going to smell it before you do.
Yeah.
Because they got a better sense of smell. And yeah, they cower, they growl, they snarl. And sometimes when they have gone after it, Bigfoot just kills it. Just kills the dog. And I'd never take my dog out there. No, I love my dog too. But
yeah.
So yeah, I'd rather I die than the dog.
Yeah, too right.
Yeah, 100%. So but yeah, I remember hearing it the first time. I think I've got it on TikTok actually. I'll have to show you later on.
Yeah,
and yeah, you can just hear it in the man's voice. He is
petrified,
shitting bricks, and he's out. It's just really big. It's all in black. It's looking at me. It's because they asked like, "What's it looking at?" He says, "Looking at me." Oh my god! Can you send someone down here? Like I'm shitting myself pretty much. But with all these sightings, it just seems a lot of the time it just seems like there's no danger towards people. Like a lot. Well, you got the 8 Canyon one, but because people struck first.
Because it killed one of them. Yeah,
people struck first. The kidnapping one, right? Yeah, it took them, but it didn't harm them.
No,
it just kept them
there
captive. And the 911 call, it was just looking at him and then fucked off.
So you reckon they're like inquisitive towards us then?
Yeah, I think
trying to figure out what the hell we are, sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean, because we're not native to their land.
No.
So of course, every time it sees a seagull, fuck is that?
Yeah.
You know, like how every time if you walk, like say you're walking through town or something, you see a fox. You look at it, don't you? You want to get a bit.
Stares at you, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Even like something simple like when you're walking down the street, a cat spots you.
Yeah.
Before it bolts it normally stands and looks at you for a few minutes like, what are you doing?
And sometimes they get a bit more inquisitive. They get a bit closer. Think, what is that? But I mean, a lot of animals like from our land, like from England and that, they know what people are.
Yeah.
I mean, because we're bastards.
So then, how come? Again, it probably has happened, but how come a Bigfoot's never done that with us then? Like, if they're inquisitive, they look at us. How come they've never gotten closer to us? They always seem to fuck off. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, it could be that thing. Like, it don't want to get too close in case. Right, because another thing as well, in their language or whatever, they could have stories about us.
They could do, I suppose.
Because a lot of animals fear us.
Yeah.
You know, they're more scared of us than we are of them.
And they have every fucking right to.
Yeah. You know, like that old chestnut. Mm-hmm. They're more scared of you than you are of them.
Yeah.
So they could fear us. Because we're such an anomaly to them, if you don't know something, you're scared of it.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said earlier.
Yeah. So and that could be it. Like, they don't want to get too close in case we are a threat to them. Unless it is like you've cornered it or it's starving, say, or something like that, it's gonna bolt.
Yeah.
It knows it's quicker than us. It's gonna bolt and it's gonna go.
Which is most animals' first reaction, isn't it?
Fight or flight.
Fight or flight.
Yeah, exactly.
9 times out of 10 it is flight.
Yeah.
See you later, I'm gone.
Yeah, because it ain't gonna take the chance of injuring itself.
No.
Because not like us, if we hurt ourselves, we can go to hospital. Mm-hmm. They can't do that. They have to naturally heal themselves or they
just die.
So a lot of the time unless they know they're going to take it without no problem, it's gone.
Yeah. Has there ever been like spottings of blood of it or anything?
There's been a lot of
or like a piece of fur or
trunk. There's been a lot of like hair samples and stuff like that. There was one, and it was someone got a hair sample.
Yeah. From
one, sent it away, never got it back. They said that it got lost in transport.
Right, how convenient.
So it just seems like, because then.
But then why would, if it's such is it real? Why would scientists or whatever try and hide it? Unless they know for a fact it's real.
Some people believe that the government are covering it up.
Yeah, because they know it's real.
Yeah,
and they know for a fact people will go and hunt it and kill it or whatever.
Also, it could be if it proves to be a real animal, it could really diminish the logging industry.
Yeah,
which is a big,
massive in America, especially in that specific part of America.
Yeah, it's a massive industry, and if that gets condemned because of Bigfoot, it's going to wipe. Well, yeah,
out. Because you'd have people that would A, want to go and hunt it. B, you'd have people wanting to protect it, and then obviously the surrounding woodlands and everything would become preserved, and that, so loggers wouldn't be able to do their job in that sort of areas.
And also the fear as well of like, because I mean like national parks and that, it's the fear people won't go.
No,
because they think there's something out here.
Yeah, it's like, I ain't taking the risk of fucking.
Exactly.
If the government come out and said, yeah, okay, look, Bigfoot's real. Here's the proof. This is where it's live. Don't go there.
Yeah.
You're going to get some adrenaline junkies like you that would want to go there. 100%. And then you've got some people like me be like, I'm fine. Keep it over there.
Really?
Yes.
You want to go and see one?
I'd love to see one, but my fear would be, in this situation, if it was proven real and that, my fear would be, well, if I'd see one, I'm fucked. If it comes near me, I'm fucked. There's no way I'm going to beat the fucking thing.
Yeah, but like I said to you, like a lot of the time they run off anyway. So
yeah, but then no, my luck, I'd get the one that thinks it's hard. I get the Tyson Fury of the lot. Just comes swinging. Turn my head into a fucking basketball. No, my luck. Go back to his mates, lads. Look what I've got. Look the fucking size of it. Here you go, heads up. On the head.
Oh no, I couldn't think of anything more I'd want to do than to go out and find a Bigfoot.
Would you still be this buzzing if someone found it first?
I would, but I'd be so heartbroken.
Yeah.
I would be so heartbroken because I've always said I'm going to be the first one to catch it.
Yeah.
And then if someone else did, I'd be like, oh, you bastard.
You dickhead.
Yeah, only if I had sweet time. I just need a lot of money and and free time.
Yeah.
And I'd be out there all the time. Rain, sleet, snow, shine, I don't care. I'd be out there. I'd be looking for it because that is. But it's not just Bigfoot I'm like that with. I'm like that with a lot of cryptids, most cryptids, because I just love the lore of it.
Yeah,
is
Bigfoot the one? If someone gave you a list, said, "Look, no one else knows, but these are all real," give you a list of cryptids. Would Bigfoot be? And it's like you can only hunt and prove one. Right? Would he be the one? Bigfoot?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that is like the main. That's one.
The most well known.
When you think of mysterious creatures, Bigfoot always comes.
You might not know the word Sasquatch, but you know the word Bigfoot. You've heard of it in some way or another.
In some way, yeah. I mean, like films nowadays, like it's kids' films about it. I mean, Harry the Hendersons.
Yeah.
You
got Big Les Show.
Yeah, Sasquatch. Off YouTube, which I love. It's one of my favourite things on the internet. I love it. But even like the crappy B movies, like what we watch, which we love, but hate at the same time.
Yeah, we love to hate them.
Yeah, that is it. Yeah, but there's always some sort of media. There's always some sort of it's in the limelight in some way, shape, or form. Everyone has heard of Bigfoot.
Yeah.
The thing is that if you haven't heard of Bigfoot, what the fuck have you been doing? You know what I mean?
Well, you probably have heard of Bigfoot, but that you've heard the word, but you necessarily don't know what it is. You've just heard people say Bigfoot.
Yeah.
And you just probably think, I know when I first heard Bigfoot, the first thing that came in my head was just big monkey. I didn't think Sasquatch, I didn't think cryptid, I didn't think it walked normal. I just thought monkey that's on steroids.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, that's what a lot of people think. And I mean, they're not far wrong, really, are they?
But it's when you start, which is what we're aiming for with this podcast.
Yeah.
Is to try and explain what it is, for lack of a better word. What they are, where they are, how they act, what they do.
Yeah.
To the best of our abilities. I mean, like we've said countless times, no one's going to know for definite unless A, you've seen it, or B, it's proof, concrete proof.
I mean, I am jealous of people who've seen it.
Yeah.
I am 100% jealous.
So, on average, how many, out of 100% of people that have seen it, how many would you say, personally, as a percentage, are genuinely have seen it, compared to how many people are talking out their ass?
I'd say about 60%.
Really?
Yeah. Because you're making a bold statement. If you're saying I've seen Bigfoot, you're gonna either make a twat of yourself because of how many people don't believe in it, and two, you've got to kind of back it up.
Yeah,
you've got to back it up. You can't say I've seen a Bigfoot. What does it look like? I don't know, but I've seen it.
Yeah.
Or it's big and black.
Yeah.
But I mean, that could have been a bear then.
Yeah, exactly.
You've got to be able to have some sort of backing
to say.
You've got to be able to explain the time, the area you were in. For me to find it more credible.
Yeah.
But you do get some people who are like, I've seen Bigfoot.
Well, they just say that for clout.
Yeah, of course they want to be in the limelight.
Yeah.
But you're always taking that fear of making a complete tool out of yourself because of the amount of people that don't believe in it.
Yeah, it's not like you're saying, I've seen a bear.
Yeah.
Where everyone knows they exist, and it's it's more credible because everyone knows what a bear looks like, everyone knows what they're capable of. Whereas a Bigfoot, you don't know.
Yeah, it's fantastical.
Yeah.
It is unbelievable phenomena, shall we say.
Yeah.
Because of it, the whole thing, is it real, is it not? It's a phenomena. And to say you've seen one, I'm just so jealous. But then you get some people who've seen it who are terrified of it.
Which is natural, something that big.
Yeah, well, yeah, but
and you don't know what it's capable of. You are going to be terrified of it.
But you get some people who are so divulged in it. Then they want to, all they do in their free time is study it. Or you get some people who don't want to talk about it.
No,
don't want to think about it. They're that. It's freaked them out. It's freaked them out that much because it's something we're not used to.
Yeah.
I mean, you get people who are scared of spiders, but if I showed you a picture of a spider, you're not going to shit your pants.
Well, you're not going to shit your pants, but you are going to be I'm just going from my personal point of view.
Yeah,
depends what the fucking thing looks like. If you show me a tarantula, I'm not going to bat an eyelid because some of them are pretty cool.
Yeah,
the colours and that. You show me a funnel web, and even on a picture, my skin's going to crawl because I know what that fucking thing is capable of.
Oh yeah. God, do you know what the Brazilian Wanderer is capable of?
Disgusting fucking creatures.
I'll tell you afterwards.
Oh,
Unless people
God.
want to hear, then I'll let the people know.
Oh, vile. If you don't know what a Brazilian Wanderer spider does, just look it up, and then you'll know why I am terrified of the damn thing.
Let's put it this way: the men should be more scared than what women.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%. Fucking vermin.
But yeah, back up.
Speaking of that, because obviously we got on about a venomous spider.
Yeah.
Are there cases where some people reckon they're venomous?
No, well, I've
No.
never heard out.
No.
I think because it's just
Too far fetched.
Yeah, because I mean, there's only two kinds of mammals what are venomous. I mean, that's the platypus and the echidna. I think.
What?
Echidna, spiny anteater. Oh no, it's not.
Wait,
No,
the
it's not.
platypus is venomous.
Yeah, and it's hind leg.
Is it actually? Yeah. Never knew that.
Yeah.
There you go. I bet you lot didn't know that either.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's got some sort of venom or something.
Right.
Hang on a minute.
Investigation.
Yeah, I know. I make myself look a twat here. Otherwise,
Even Google comes up going, stop talking bollocks.
yeah, venomous mammals. Yeah, platypus. Oh, thank God.
Yeah, it is venomous then.
The northern short-tailed shrew. Shrews are
The shrews are venomous?
Yeah, apparently so. You nearly ate one.
Jesus Christ.
Oh no, but that'd have been poisonous then.
Yeah.
I didn't fucking know that. Yeah. No, the echidna is an egg-laying mammal.
Right.
That's where I'm getting confused, because so are platypus.
Yeah.
Pusses.
So what? Going back to Bigfoot,
Mm.
if it's obviously not venomous, what would you say if it was to fight? If it was like, right, I've got no choice, I've got to fight it. What would you say was its big quality? Like, would it be its
Strength.
size or bite force
It's
or
pure strength.
yeah?
Absolute phenomenal strength. You got to think like how strong gorillas are compared to humans.
Oh yeah. So a Bigfoot would be even stronger than that.
It'd be like twice, 3 times stronger than a gorilla.
It'd fold you up.
Oh yeah, it'd
Yeah,
make
turn you into a deck chair.
100% without even
Yeah.
clenching.
Yeah.
They are. I bet they are ridiculously strong, and yeah, they're just pure power. I bet they got a good strong bite force as well, because I imagine they have to eat nuts
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. So they've got fairly strong jaws,
Yeah.
sharp teeth. Well, I wouldn't say sharp teeth, but
Yeah, I know
peg-like
what you mean.
teeth.
Like a gorilla's teeth. They're not
Yeah.
exactly sharp, but you don't exactly want to get bit by them.
No, exactly. I bet they've got a very strong bite. They're strong as heck, and yeah, and also the element of surprise as well. I bet they have.
Yeah.
Like with a deer and that, if they can move.
Well, it's got to have some sort of like stealth to it if it's hunting deer, because they're one of the most skitty animals going, isn't they? You hear a twig snap and they bolt it.
Yeah, that's right. Because there's also claims of them being able to climb trees. So you imagine that's up a tree. Because that's
Surely, because obviously certain trees, like around, what sort of trees are in that area? In like
pine. I'm going to say pine.
because them sort of trees are like thinner at the top.
Yeah, but you
So
ain't got to go too high.
No,
is
but
he?
surely it would get to a certain point. The tree would snap.
I'd say so. Oh, speaking of which, for snaps, that's another way to find out if there's Bigfoot about. They do tree snap. That is a lot of different. It's the marker territory or something like that. They could like reach up high, get hold of a tree.
Yeah.
Like not a branch, like a tree. Snap it.
Jesus Christ.
Because when people have seen like gone next to them and they can't even reach up, and I mean you talk like 4 inches
Thick,
diameter, thick. A person ain't gonna snap that.
No.
And if it's proven not to be rotten or natural in that sense,
Something's got to have done
something
it.
has snapped it. I mean, you could then go with the fact of a bear could have tried to climb it and it's just gone over, or something like that.
But then surely there'd be claw marks at the lower bit of the tree where the
yeah.
bear's got to get to it.
Yeah, so it's a possibility Bigfoot has got hold of it and snapped it to say, like a fence line.
Right.
Say, this is my bit, you lot fuck off.
Yeah, yeah.
Kind of.
See that line? Don't cross it.
Yeah. Otherwise I'm having you.
Yeah.
So, there's that kind of sense. But
What about when it comes to territories and that sort of thing? Because like with again referring back to the gorilla, and the only reason I'm referring back to the gorilla is because out of all animals, I'd say that's the closest to it.
yeah, fair
From
enough.
what we know.
Yeah, fair enough.
Obviously, we know how territorial they are. You go near their pride or anything like that, silverback's going for you. What would you say they're like? Would you say they're very similar? Family protective?
I think so, but they're just so elusive,
Yeah.
they'll just move on.
Yeah.
They'll just move on. So I don't think they stay in one spot. Hence why there's
It's so difficult to find them.
Overpopulation, because they don't just stay in one spot
Yeah.
and they crowd up.
Mm-hmm.
They're always on the move. So I feel like that's a reason why they don't overpopulate.
And then as well, do you believe they're like how whales stick in their own pods, they stick in their own groups?
Yeah.
Do you reckon they're the same?
I'd say so.
Like one family of Sasquatches and another family, if they went, like the two heads would fight
Yeah.
for rivals. Do you reckon that's the sort of case, or
Possibly, yeah. But I think as well, like they have like a rite of passage, like when they have a young, and it's so old that it's like, right, buck off.
yeah,
You
see you
gotta,
later.
you gotta go and find your own lot now.
Yeah,
And I think that could be very much
which
wider.
would explain why the majority of the sightings
Singular.
are singular.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, there has been quite a few sightings of groups,
Right.
like especially that one of the river. Like looks like a mother holding its young,
Yeah.
but yeah, a lot of the time it's singular, isn't it? So I feel like that could be
The case.
the case. They're looking for a mate.
And because what's the biggest, like the tallest one that's been spotted?
I mean, it varies so much
Because that would
because of the
explain
credibility.
Yeah, because I was gonna say that would be why so many of the sightings and that they're not necessarily massive.
No.
Because if they are younguns trying to find their own family,
there's been reports of them 10 foot plus.
fucking mad.
10 foot. I mean, you're 6 foot. That's
And another 4 on top of that.
Yeah. That is a big
Monster.
That is massive. And I mean, I wouldn't want to. Even that would scare me. I think.
Yeah.
As much as I'd be like pissing my pants. Like I'm so excited to see it.
Yeah, I'd be pissing my pants out of fear.
Yeah, that
I'd
would
be like, just go that way. Do not come this way.
that would terrify
please.
me because of just the brute strength of it. That would terrify me. No, 100%.
Monstrous fucking things.
But out of this conversation, do you think there could be?
I'm more inclined to believe that there could be. I'm not going to say that they exist. I'm not going to
No,
say.
I can't say they exist. As much as I
But
want to.
I'm more inclined to say, yeah, there could be something out there. With certain things that you've explained and certain things that I've seen pictures of and that at the time didn't make sense.
No.
There very well could be. There very, very well could be.
Yeah.
The only thing that just keeps leaning me back is that the whole surely that would have been proved by now. That's the only thing that's gonna, no matter what is said, that's the only thing that's going to be playing in my mind.
Because I could say the whole thing of like there's new species being discovered every day.
Every day.
But it's mainly insects, plants, fish, like like stuff that is hard to find.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas,
well, I'm not being funny. Even it could be the biggest woodlands ever. It's if it's a 10-foot fucking mammal.
Yeah.
Chances are
you're gonna
spot one.
Yeah. But then also you've got the cave systems of America, which I think like 90% of it is unexplored.
So there could be living in there.
There could be going
just coming out for food and
going
like
for cave systems and everything. So that and that's where a lot of people go missing as well.
Like in the caves.
Well, like near cave systems and stuff like that around cave systems.
Right.
So that could be like a yoink, grub up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean.
I mean, if they take you in there, you're never going to be found again.
Especially if it, like, how big? How much did you say is uncovered?
I'm not 100%, but I'm saying like 90%. I think
what I mean.
is
You're not going to find it
unexplored.
But then is that a case of? I mean, obviously it could be either or, but then couldn't that be just a simple case they got lost and you're not going to find them?
Yeah, always. Yeah, I'm not saying that absolutely 100% of
It's a
people
Bigfoot just going, last one.
Yeah, well, there's also not just Bigfoot, but it could be another creature called a Wendigo.
Right.
Which we have got an episode coming because they're one of my favourite things.
Yeah.
I think they're brilliant.
Is that your next one?
No, my next one's going to be Nessie.
Right.
Yeah, because I've got to talk about Nessie.
Yeah.
Because that's what brought me onto the path of cryptozoology.
Yeah.
From being a little boy.
It's Nessie.
Yeah, but I thought I've got to talk about Bigfoot because that's the one I've been researching the most.
Yeah, and it's
I know it don't seem like I've been researching it, but promise you I have.
But with Bigfoot being the biggest one, the most well-known one,
Yeah.
all around the world, it'd be stupid not to have started with this one. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I said, it's not going to be the only Bigfoot episode we do.
No.
There's going to be other ones.
No, yeah, which I will be a lot
more
better,
prepared for.
Yeah, a lot better prepared. But like I say, you could even do one on the conspiracy of Bigfoot, like doing the cover up.
Yeah.
Of
do
Bigfoot.
like a mixture.
Yeah.
Talk about the cryptid side, and I'll talk about the conspiracy side.
Yeah, because like I said, there is a massive hysteria that it is being covered up by the government.
Yeah.
Because of all what we said about logging, parks, protected species,
which I think we'd have to do like what I just said on one episode. It'd just be a back and forth. I don't think the episode, if I was to go on a conspiracy of Bigfoot, I don't think it'd be a long enough episode because there isn't that much to go on.
Oh, you'd be surprised, man. I bet once you go into it, I bet there's quite a bit.
Possibly.
Yeah.
But then again, with the conspiracy sides, it's ones that I personally believe in.
Right. Fair enough.
So if it's, which I can happily do part of it on Bigfoot.
Yeah.
But then some of the conspiracy I might read and think, oh, you're talking shit, mate.
Yeah. Well, no, that's fair enough. Yeah. Well, even I could do it and then just hear your views.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you're the conspiracy theorist.
Yeah, exactly.
So it'd be interesting to see what your views on it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at the minute, I'd say you're still on the fence, but you are starting to lean.
I'm leaning
towards.
Yeah, I'm leaning.
Come to the dark side, my boy. It's a great community. Be a cryptozoologist like me. It's a great community.
So much of this conversation, it has been okay. I'm leaning to the left. I'm leaning to the left, and he said it interdimensional. Whoa, I've gone right again.
Yeah, I know. It's just such a. It's just mad the thought of something like that being out there,
and it's very, very possible.
It is possible.
Very possible.
Like biologically, I'd say it's probably the most possible creature out there.
Yeah.
Like not just Bigfoot itself, but Yeti, all of that, like the similar kind of creature. I'd say that is the most logical one out there, or one of.
Yeah.
Because every animal was undiscovered yet, but people have seen is a cryptid.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, that's included mountain gorillas, that's included Komodo dragons, that's included giant squids. That's things that we know now.
Yeah, it's just like common, but back then.
Yeah. So this probably.
Do you believe Bigfoot will become that one day? Do you believe he'll become just a normal it's a Sasquatch animal?
Yeah, because I'm gonna find it.
All right, take that away.
Yeah, well, you can't take that away.
Take that away. Do you reckon, how Komodo dragons are now and
Yeah.
mountain gorillas, do you reckon Bigfoot will become one of them
Possibly.
one day? And do you reckon it will happen in your lifetime?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah, because, I mean, like you say, every year with advances so far, there's going to be a way at some point it's going to be found.
If it is found and discovered, do you fear for its species?
Yes.
For risk of it going extinct or
Yes and
something
no.
like that?
Yeah, yes, because of course everyone's going to want to catch and kill a Bigfoot because they want to prove who's got a bigger knob.
Yeah.
But as well, there's then going to be a lot of people, especially in the cryptozoology community, that are going to want to protect it.
Yeah.
Because especially if it is then classed as an endangered species, as soon as it goes on that endangered species list,
It's instantly
you
protected.
can't. Yeah. Because I think it's California or somewhere that's actually got a law that you can't kill Bigfoot.
You see, why would they have a law unless it's... Do you know what I mean? I know some laws out there are ridiculous.
Or is it Ohio?
But some laws out there are ridiculous, I know. But surely you wouldn't pass off a law like that unless there was something genuine, because otherwise you're just going to come across as a nut job. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're the person that sanctioned that law, you've got to A, have seen one, or B, believe beyond any doubt that it's true, because surely that got backlash. Surely some people went, you're fucking mental, mate.
Oh, yeah, 100%. 100% that is... for them to pass it...
It's got to be a reason they passed it.
Yeah. And I think...
You don't just make stupid laws like that for the sake of it.
It is America. They do have some mad ones.
They do have some mad ones.
But I'm looking.
No offense, Americans, but some of your laws are insane.
Yeah. No, it is Washington. Sorry.
Yeah.
I do apologise. It's Washington. It's illegal to kill Bigfoot. So if I
You're
went,
a bit fucked, man.
well, yeah, but there's loads of other places what apparently have Bigfoot. Let's say Florida's got skunk ape. Take one of them out. Job done.
True.
I mean, ideally, I'd like to catch a live one.
Yeah.
But
You got more chance to get shit out of a rocking horse, ain't you? Catching a live Bigfoot.
well, if you've got enough,
You got
enough traps,
You got to catch it first. Like literally
track it.
track it. Then you've got to try and find something big enough that can hold the fucking thing.
Yeah, that's right. We got Liam and Connor. They're welders. They'll knock us up a good cage.
Knock us up a good cage. It needs to be made out of fucking, I don't know, platinum or something to hold that thing. You to put a normal steel cage in, it's just going to open that like nothing.
We'll have to go to Wakanda.
Yeah. T'Challa, where you at, bro? We need some vibranium cage to catch Bigfoot.
No, but I don't know if you could sedate it enough.
But would you know the right amount? Because you could overdose it.
You could. Just keep going until it
Conks out.
Yeah.
But then the chances are it's dead.
There you are. It's still got a body.
Yeah, but you literally just said ideally you'd want to catch one.
Yeah, ideally I want to catch one alive, but if I happen to kill it, I happen to kill it.
Just whoops.
Yeah.
But then how guilty would you feel if it turns out there was only just one? Forget all the science, forget everything. If it's scientifically proven there was only just one and you killed it, how guilty would you feel?
At least I'll get hang it up.
But you'd be hated by your own community.
Yeah,
for killing Bigfoot.
Yeah, I know. I would. I'd.
There'd be a witch hunt on you.
Yeah, I know, but it's as a risk I'm willing to take because there can't be just one. There can't be just one. Imagine if they can't. They can't because there's been sightings of young ones and stuff like that. Like, that's rubbish. I believe there is a species.
There's more than one. Yeah.
I think I'd rather believe they're interdimensional than I would there's only one.
Yeah.
100%. Because like I say, every state bar Hawaii, they have had sightings.
They don't like Hawaii. Their rest is still Hawaii.
It's just an island.
They've had enough. Fuck them Hawaiians, I ain't going there.
It's too hot.
Yeah.
I mean, they're covered in hair.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be in Hawaii like that.
Fucking load of people dancing around with layers on their necks and hula hoops. Fuck that.
Fuck's sake.
Even they've turned around and gone, nah, that's too much.
Too much. Can't be doing with that.
Nah, fucking aloha this, aloha that.
Who the fuck wants to drink out of a coconut?
Isn't it? Fucking hell. What's that little blue thing running around? What's his name? Stitch? Fuck off, mate.
Fuck's sake. But yeah, it's a species because each one of them's different. It's like people. Everyone's different.
Yeah.
And every Bigfoot experience, what people have had, no two are the same.
No.
The only thing is similar is the saying that it's big, it's hairy, yada yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
That old chestnut. But I'll bet if you took if there were clear photos of each one, they'd all be different in some way.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Mm.
So where did the name Bigfoot come from? Who?
Well, that was from loggers, and that was because they found giant footprints.
Yeah.
Like, and they're quite humanoid, ain't they, the footprints, what you know and see.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, cool, it's got big feet. It's a
Bigfoot.
Big foot. Yeah, so that is where it came from. And, is it Meldrum? Dr. Meldrum pointed out, because he's had loads of plaster casts in his time. And I didn't know, so I watched a documentary, like how he explained it, like how it could be real. It's from like the dermal ridges, which is like the fingerprints, but for your feet.
Right.
And it is you can't make it. It is what it is. It's natural.
It's too specific.
Yeah, it's too natural. I mean, yeah, you probably could make it in some way, shape, or form, but like
not to that extent.
Not to that extent. I mean, you've got to be a right sad bastard if all your time is you're making this
giant foot.
Yeah, an incredible giant foot. What looks genuine. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, there probably is people out there, but
yeah.
But for that, yeah, like I say, the dermal ridges, how it lifts its feet because of the pressure points and everything, is completely unique.
Mm-hmm.
It's nearly impossible to remake.
Yeah.
So how he put it to me made me think, fucking hell, that it makes it more credible.
Yeah. And I'm not being funny, if you've got a scientist or a professor or something
Yeah, he's an
that shit,
anthropologist, so
it's
he
more,
studies apes and stuff like that.
so it's more credible.
Yeah, anthropology is to do with that, isn't it? Like apes and...
I don't know.
Oh, I think so.
Anthropology. Isn't anthropology like a list or something?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
Why have I heard of... I swear I've heard a film called an anthropology. Like a something anthropology. Like it's a list of films or some shit.
That's anthropology.
Monkey Doctor.
Oh, you can't be saying that. Anthropology is the study of what makes us human. Right.
Oh, okay. Well, don't know where I got film anthropology. I'm sure I've heard that before, like a film anthropology.
Possibly.
I'm sure I have.
But yeah, it's the study of what makes us human.
Right.
So he's an anthropologist. He knows about footprints, handprints. He's a don on that.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he has said like how natural it looks. It's like how we lift our feet, like the balls and everything. They're different. They have like a mid ridge, like a mid. It's something where like how our toes are different.
Yeah.
So it more ape-like. But even though it looks more human, it's weird. It's a weird concept, but yeah. But that's why how come they become so agile and stuff like that, because of how they can move how their feet move.
Yeah.
And that's just the craziness of it. They're like so perfectly cross between a human and a gorilla.
They are. If, like you said, if there is anything that is that missing link, it's them.
Yeah, I believe so. And from how intelligent we are, I'm not saying gorillas aren't intelligent, but how
they're intelligent, but we're more intelligent.
Yeah, our brain is so much more advanced than theirs.
Yeah.
But it's to the point where there's got to be some sort of middle ground.
Yeah.
And I believe that is
it.
That is Sasquatch. That is the big hairy man we know as Bigfoot.
Very well could be.
Mm.
But again, until someone sees it, until you catch it.
Yeah, I was gonna say until someone sees it. Loads of people see it.
Yeah. Until there's concrete proof.
Yeah.
People are always going to be disbelievers.
Yeah,
it's just
and that is
facts.
completely natural.
Yeah.
To be skeptical. I'm still skeptical. To be a best believer or researcher, you've still got to have that skepticism.
Yeah, of course you are.
Because if not, every time you go in the woods, fucking Bigfoot.
Yeah.
That, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
You've got to have that skepticism. You've got to find a way it can't be Bigfoot.
Yeah, because as well, if you're not skeptical about things, there's no point looking for it, because it's just going to be so anticlimactic.
Yeah.
If you 100% believe it's out there, when you see it, you're just going to be like, oh, I was right, cool.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're a bit, like me or you, more me, I'm just a bit like, yeah, whatever. If it's there, it's there. If it ain't, it ain't. And then I see one, and I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's going to be more credible, more... what's the word? Satisfactory to see it.
Yeah, 100%. But at the same time, even though I'm giving it the Barry Big and saying I want to catch it and that, there is a part of me to say if I did find one and see one, there is a part of me that's like, I'm not going to say anything, because it wants to be left alone. And in a way, it'd be that satisfaction to myself that it's there.
But then, at the same time, if you was to then say to someone, I've seen a Bigfoot.
Yeah, but I wouldn't. There's that part of me that'd be like, nah, I wouldn't say anything. Because then, for one, people would be like, you're talking shithead. Or two, that could create a witch hunt.
Yeah, that's the sad reality of it.
Yeah, so in a way, it'd be like, knowing to myself, it's out there.
It don't matter.
It's living its best life. I'm now living my best life because I've seen one.
Because you've seen one.
Yeah. So it's that catch-22. Like, I want to prove it's out there for the people.
But you don't know the repercussions of proving it's out there.
That is right. Because if I go out there and prove that it's real,
so do you reckon that's the case with someone? Do you reckon there is actual concrete proof out there? They've just kept it stum because they know what humans are like.
Yeah, it's a very good possibility. That is a very good possibility. Because there's been people said like, "Oh, this old boy, he's killed one night and it's in its freezer." You know, but he don't
fucking freezer, man.
Yeah, but he don't want to have people going around there and stuff. Like it's like folks' house.
Yeah, you're gonna get press everything,
Yeah.
just like in your face.
Yeah, if you
All that
sometimes, yeah, and I bet a lot of people, even though there's loads of reported sightings, what about the ones that haven't been reported?
Well, yeah.
You know, so there could be 2 times, 10 times over the amount of actual sightings, but a lot of the people don't want to report it out of the fear of being ridiculed, or like how I'm feeling, like don't want to let it live its life.
Yeah, exactly.
So it is that you don't know.
You're in that middle ground until
it's a
you've
grey
actually
area.
seen one. You don't know what you're gonna do.
Yeah, it's a grey area.
Yeah.
I mean, like I say, I think I'm more leaning towards I want to catch a bastard.
Yeah.
But it is until I see it, see one looking at me, I might be like.
I think the sad reality of it is as well. If you catch one,
Yeah.
you've obviously got to bring it back. So like if you did all that,
Yeah.
that poor fucker's never going back.
No.
It's never going back.
No,
They're going to kill it. They're going to experiment on it. They're going to do everything possible. They're going to put it through hell.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I don't know about you, but I'd feel horrible knowing I'm the one
Oh,
that's
100%.
responsible for that.
I think in that sense, what you're saying there, I'd rather put a bullet in its head so at least it ain't suffering.
Yeah, exactly. Or just leaving it to it.
Or just
you know it's there.
Yeah. Let's say, because it don't matter how many pictures I take, how many videos I take.
You know for a concrete fact it's legit.
Yeah, I know it, but everyone else be like, no, until they get a body.
But then at the same time, you could be proper smug with that as well.
Yeah.
You just agree with them that oh, Bigfoot's bullets, and you're just like, yeah. Back of your mind, you're thinking you are waffling out your ass.
Yeah.
I've seen the fucker.
Yeah. No, that is. Oh, can you imagine that though? Like, imagine me and you going on an investigation. We actually see one.
That'd
Could
be
you
insane.
imagine it?
Insane.
Yeah. This podcast shoot.
Would it though?
Maybe not.
Because
yeah.
at the same time, we could easily do a podcast tomorrow and say, yeah, we went and saw one. They ain't gonna. The listeners.
But when we start videoing it,
and
when we start what going on our investigations and trying.
That side of it.
Yeah. Because I think that'd be the only time we could really do that is when we start videoing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we could do it. Like I said, we could go tomorrow, see one, come back, do a podcast, and every single listener could go, talking shit.
They're just trying to do it for clout.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. The thought of actually seeing one, it's make me old blood pressure. It's exciting me because it's that I'm right.
Yeah.
But even it don't matter how many times I'd go, and if I didn't see one, I'd be like, I'll find it next time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'll always be that until I find it.
Yeah.
Because I can't prove it's not out there until I prove it is.
No matter how many times you go, if you could go 50 times. If you don't see it 50 times, that's still no proof that it's not out there.
Exactly.
Because that 51st time,
it
could be there.
Yeah. And I think that is the biggest thing. Is as much as people say it's not out there, you can't prove that it's not.
No.
Because of that, you got to be in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, exactly.
So I let's say about 80-85%. I think there's Bigfoot-like creatures on this globe.
My final question to you now: do you, let me try and word it without sounding like a knobhead. In your lifetime, you personally, do you reckon you will see one? I know it's the whole you don't know.
Yeah.
But would you like to believe, genuinely love to believe that you will at some point, whether it be a concrete proof picture, a video, or you personally, do you believe you will see one?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I do. I'm going to do everything I can, so I will.
Fair play.
I want to do it with you as well.
Yeah, fair play.
Because, that's my goal in life now. I want to try and find as many cryptids
as possible.
Yeah, I mean it's few and far between actually seeing one.
No,
but even if I'm lying on my deathbed and I haven't seen one, I wouldn't think of it as a waste of time.
No, because at least you've tried.
Yeah, and I feel like then if it's like you say, that satisfaction.
Yeah,
but no, I think I will. Yeah. You got to think that, otherwise, what's the point?
What's the point in
going to look for one?
Yeah, exactly.
You got to think of that. And could Just imagine it. Like.
You will not shut up about it.
No, I'd have it tattooed on my chest.
Yeah. I saw Bigfoot 2K whatever.
Yeah. And if say I took a picture, I'd have that picture tattooed on me. Like, if it don't look like the picture, I'm chinning the tattooist.
Right. Well, I think that's good enough time to wrap up. Do you?
Yeah,
Is there anything else you want to mention?
I at first I do want to apologise. I am not very well planned for this, but like I say, there will be others, and I hope that they will be. They'll be loads better.
Yeah. And for anyone listening, let us know. What do you believe? Do you believe there's something out there? Do you believe it's a hoax? Do you believe? Are you like me, like on the fence where you're like, I'm not too sure? Let us know.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of this podcast, is to let us know.
Yeah, and also let us know your theories.
Yeah.
Of what it could be. Could it be a flesh and blood creature like how
Exactly.
I think it is? Do you think it's an interdimensional being?
Exactly.
And if you do, stop
Please,
taking them drugs.
Yeah.
no, I'm joking.
No, or if you believe that is the case, I want to know why.
Yeah.
Give us reasons why.
And I think one thing is, if you've had a sighting, it don't matter if you're in Britain, America, Australia, Hong Kong, I don't care where you are. If you've had a sighting and you genuinely believe you've had a sighting, please get in touch.
We'd love to know your story, and we'd love to even put it on this podcast.
Yeah.
Whether it be through a call-in or you email us in your story and we read it out, whatever. We'd love to know your guys' opinions, and not just on Bigfoot, on any podcast we do. If you have an opinion of that podcast, please let us know. But I think that's about it.
Yeah, I think we've done it.
Well, thank you very much for everyone who's listening. Feel free, even I should say, to share it with your friends. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and any other platform.
And YouTube.
We'll be back with the next episode, which shall be a conspiracy on 9/11.
Yeah, I think you're looking forward to that.
It's gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good one.
I've already seen your list. And oh my god, we're gonna be in for.
I have got planned.
Yeah, yeah. At least you're actually organised, whereas I'm up the fucking Swanee at the minute. I'll be more for the next one. I'll be prepared.
Yeah. I'll make sure it is.
Yeah.
But like I said, thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.